Been a few hours, but it felt like it.
She said, I just found out my sneaky link is my baby daddy, other baby mama.
Like once, life move fast when you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ken,
It's your girl Ace,
and you are
kicking it with Ken and Ace. Yeah. First topic of the day. I was on Facebook. Yay. I was on Facebook, and I'm in like 50 million Facebook groups. I love them all because they all messy. They all full of drama. But this one specific one, like you post anonymous. I'm in a couple of groups like that, but this one you post anonymous. And this girl posted, she said, I just found out my sneaky link is my baby daddy, other baby mama. And I'm just saying,
What?
How does this happen? How do you sneak with the other baby mama? Like, how did you not know
That was the other baby.
that this was the other baby mama? Like, you just had a kid with this man and was just like, you just do nothing else about him. It's kind of suspicious. It's giving intentional. Like
It's
yeah,
giving
pick me, yeah. Cause that's it. I'm just like,
that's
how
insane.
now? Cause now it just gives like, oh well, you didn't did it, I didn't did it. We can all just do it together. Yeah.
But how you not know?
How do you not know? It just does not sound believable. How does that happen? And the people was they was on it in the comments. Cause they like,
what was the people saying?
the people was like, what? They was on her in the comments like, girl, why would you do that? It's kind of weird that you know with his baby mama. And I was just like, it does make me wonder, like, cause how do you do that?
Yeah.
No clue in the world, no idea.
Yeah.
She's lying. She's lying. She's lying. The other baby mama lying. Somebody lying. Somebody knew. One of them knew it,
Like,
at
how
the
y'all
least.
not even know each other to that extent? To like,
Yeah.
y'all are baby mamas.
Yeah. His kid, like, his kids are y'all's kids.
Yeah.
Like,
And
is there no
y'all don't know each
relationship
other
with the
enough
kids
to
and
know.
nothing? Like, I've never experienced
heard
that
it.
in my life. Even because, even if you're unproblematic, baby mama, that's absolutely fine because that means you want him. He gets his kids. You want him to have his kids with his other kids, so it's never a problem. So how does that even happen? But some people are ditzy like that. I was scrolling on Facebook again.
Go ahead.
I was scrolling on Facebook again. I think I shared it on my page. I don't know if you saw it. It was this dude. He was sitting on the chair. He had on glasses and he was like holding up the peace sign. And I shared the lady post because she was like, "Look what came across my timeline." And what came across the timeline was a picture of her baby daddy. Somebody posted a picture of her baby daddy saying, "Hey," like it's in a group, like, is this your man type group? So she's scrolling down Facebook and she's in one of those groups like, is this your man group or whatever for their area. And she sees her baby daddy. The girl who posted it anonymously and was like, "This is my baby daddy. He says his other baby mama doesn't let him see the kids or whatever. But not only is he the father of her kids,
You have more kids too?
yeah, well, yeah, he has one on the way from the girl that just posted it. But he's also the lady who posted the screenshot. That's her husband. They are legally married. They live in the same house.
And another baby mama saw it? Yeah.
No, no, the wife. The wife saw it.
The one that
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay,
Because
okay.
the girl was posted. She was talking about his other baby mamas. So the wife and his other baby mama was the baby mama that he was talking about. But the wife was the one who saw it and posted it.
Yeah.
The other baby mama saw it, and she was like, "When have I ever not let him see his kids?" And the wife responded, "Girl, I don't know, because I see him all the time."
Oh my lord!
I was like, "What?"
She don't even know this man married.
The girl don't know the man married. No clue in the world. It's funny because I wish the girl didn't post anonymous, but people be. So she posted it to see if it was somebody man. That's somebody's husband, girl. Somebody's husband. The other baby mama was like, "This is crazy. When he can't see his kids." But then the wife got mad. Was like, "Yeah, because the kids only be coming over because I be making him get his kids. Type da 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 da." So yeah, it's just so crazy. So the whole time she think this is a single man. This is a married man with at least two other baby mamas because it could have been more. Yeah,
Crazy.
the people is crazy, and the girls believe anything. The people be believing anything. Stress me out. Stress me out.
Like, it's no way y'all got that. There's no way I believe that from that.
From that. And oh my god, I wish you would have saw me share the post because I wish you would have seen the man. How is he getting these women? But you know,
It always be this time.
but you know, it's so crazy. It's so crazy to me. Absolutely absurd.
Out here doing the most.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna show you the post when we're done because you gotta see this. If it's still on my page, I think I unsaid it. I don't like to keep mess on my page for too long. People start thinking I'm messy.
You are messy.
I'm not messy.
You got an opinion about everything.
No, I don't. When you don't see me share my opinion.
You got an opinion just like people have.
I do have an opinion about everything, but I don't be caring. I don't try to force my opinion on nobody. People come in my page. That is one thing I do not do. I do not go to other people's page about my opinion. I'll share. Yeah, I'll share. People comment on my posts. I don't even respond to their comments no more. I used to. Now these past 3-4 years, I ain't down to that no more. Because I'm just like, why do I care? If that's how they feel, that's how they feel. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. But I will be like, and I'll share my post. Thinking if you I will put in the comments if you like. If you think otherwise, I think you're stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, cause like sometimes it's just, come on, yeah. Basic human decency is a lot of the stuff I share. Yeah, basic human decency. Like I don't think it should be that hard to be kind to other people. So I do share stuff like that. Yeah, for sure. What else we gonna talk about today? Yeah, because Facebook had it going on. They had a lot of stuff going on, especially Orangeburg Facebook.
I'm alive.
I missed something the other day though. Somebody brought it up. I was like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. Yeah. Orangeburg is not a real place. Other people be going to places like Brooklyn, Chicago, Atlanta. They be like, this is not Orangeburg. Orangeburg is not a real place.
Diabolical.
I am telling you, the people be doing some stuff.
Like, how do you like? What in your mind made you think to do something like that?
Yeah, there's always something for us to be like, what was they thinking? What were they thinking? Why did they do that?
At this point, everybody down here,
their brains are empty. If they were being attacked by brain eating, they would be done. Like, yeah, they got one bite, brain eating, yeah, they would be done. There's nothing.
Okay, so next topic is gonna be, how would you feel if your significant other talks to someone else about y'all?
It's not for me. It's not my thing. I feel like if we need to talk to somebody, if somebody needs to hear anything about our relationship that's not us, we can go see a counselor. We can go to therapy. We can go talk to somebody who's licensed, a licensed professional. Because the other people, for one, they're naturally biased. Even if they try to be an unbiased party, because I have friends who are unbiased, and then when I'm dead wrong, they're gonna tell me I'm dead wrong. But at the end of the day, they still on my side. You, if I am wrong, because you love telling me I'm wrong. So if I'm wrong, you most definitely gonna let me know. But when I'm not wrong, you be like, oh yeah, best friend, you're not. Yeah, so I have that in my life, and I absolutely get that, and I appreciate that. But I go to my friends for other things. I don't go to my friends for my relationship. Also because my friends love me. If you come and you do something wrong, and majority of my friends are women, they're gonna feel away because they could be like, nah, she knows what she's doing. Now they're gonna feel like you playing in my face. My friend's gonna feel away because my friends locked in. We locked in. We click tight, and you do, like, they'll be cordial, they'll be casual, but the feeling that they have for you, it will never go back to like, oh nah, because what you play in my face, you play in their face because we don't rock like that. So yeah, no, I don't like to do that. I'd rather not put my lady in that situation. Most definitely rather not put my best friends in that situation. And I also feel like they just don't have the right perspective because they're getting my side of the story. And even if I tell like, hey, I think she felt like this, or I did this, and this, they still don't have her perspective. They still don't have why she did what she did. They still don't have her thought process or how she felt in the moment when I did what I did, to trigger any ill will. It's just so much that goes into talking to people outside of your relationship that I just don't like.
I swear, God, you didn't have to.
Like I just
No,
don't like it.
I leave people out of what I got going on.
Yeah.
I feel like you got to because it's just a different type of love. You and your partner is a different type of love than you have with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that to say this because one minute you mad and the next minute
Yeah.
you lovey-dovey.
Yeah.
Now y'all back cool and y'all back cool by y'all.
Yeah.
But everybody else,
Yeah.
whoever else you told or brought the problem to still feel some type of way. Like, say for instance, you know, I came and said, "Oh, he hit me."
Mm-hmm.
If I told my brother that, or I told my mama that, or I told my daddy that, and I don't brought them into our business, now it's like.
And you know me, I'm very unforgiving. Especially with stuff like that. Like I ain't even going for it. So yeah.
Them games.
Not even a little bit.
No. Now everybody want to chop you. You can't even go over there no more because everybody want to chop you now.
Yeah, and you know, it is just so crazy, especially with especially with us because we are so family oriented. Yeah. It's just so crazy. But another thing that I had oh my goodness. So I dated a girl and like her go-to person was her mama. Keep your mama out our business because your mama, she can't give sound advice, and your mom. And the thing about it is, people be like, yeah, I told my mama know me and stuff. My mama can say, hey, you know, you did this, da 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 da. Yeah, my mama can say that, but at the end of the day, she's still your mama. Yeah. Right? Like she's still.
And as a mother, you don't want nobody playing with
you. You don't want nobody playing with your baby, so you gonna feel away. And now your mama feel away about me. And then also,
and
oh my goodness,
really ain't even do nothing
wrong for real. Like, cause the way you brought the story to the table wasn't really what happened for real. Cause the last,
my side is your side.
Yeah, last girl I dated, it was like that for sure. Like I know if I'm sitting here, we're having this discussion, and I'm telling you like you're not getting my perspective, or like that's not why I did that, and you're telling me, hey, this is why you did that. Like if that is our issue, I know when you're going to get advice on a situation
you're telling
from other, you're telling it how you want to tell it. You're telling it how you saw it, and I'm just like that's not. Or we'll have an issue, and she'll see my issue as something that is not my problem. Yeah. I'm like, you think I have a problem with that? Like maybe like say it's like jealousy or something. I'm not a jealous person, so maybe she'll feel like, hey, that's what it is in this situation. I'm lying about it. No, that's not the problem. Now you're going and getting advice on a problem that's not even our problem. What are you doing?
Like let's take it back to the conversation that we had about the location thing.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, like a lot of women like we prefer it for safety. Like I want to know you made it. Like I want to know you there. I'm not gonna be on my phone 24/7.
Yeah,
just
checking your location. Yeah.
If I got to do that, I don't need to be with you.
Yeah.
But a lot of us use it for safety. One because men like they'll be texting you 1 second and then
they won't. He be like, what the heck? And then like, especially when they have traveling jobs, it makes it even worse. Like, cause now you over the road.
Purpose, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but certain people take that as control. Oh
no, you trying to control me. You trying to Why it gotta be all that? Why it gotta be all that? It don't even be all that.
Once you take it too deep, don't even worry about it. Addressing a problem that ain't even.
Yeah, now you, because you think that's my problem. I'm telling you, hey, no, this is my problem. But it's like, you're like, no, that's not really your problem. Like, this is your problem. I'm not ashamed. I am never ashamed to tell somebody my issue. Ever. Never, ever, ever. I will lay my problem out on the table because I want my problem to be addressed. Yeah. I don't want what you telling me, what you think is the problem. What you think is the problem. I don't, okay. Yeah. You might have dated somebody who had that issue. That might have been their problem. That might have been what they would have had an issue with. Or maybe if you was in my shoes, you would have felt like that would have been your problem. Yeah, that's not the case. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So don't put that on me just because you feel like that's the problem. Because I'm very straightforward with my issues. Every single time. I don't shy away from it. So don't do it. Yeah. So I don't like that. I have had parents who, actually not even people. I've had one person. Parent who she told me, my mom doesn't really like you. How does your mom not like me? Your mom don't know me. Your mom literally never met me a day in her life. How could she not like me? Because of the things she told her and the way she presented the story. And our issue was she's always misunderstanding me. Well, one of our issues was she's always misunderstanding me. Like I'm always trying to explain to her my perspective.
So you went and told a bogus.
Yeah. Yeah, but she
You weren't
went
even
and
getting
told.
where I was coming from.
Yeah,
so.
she went and told like how she felt, like how she felt I was feeling, how she viewed the situation. Like what was the problem? Okay, so like one thing I remember when we first started dating, um, we had just started dating. She brought up the conversation of us like dating other people, and I was like, I'm not really, I'm not really for that.
Yeah.
And at that time, I'm not really for that because I know you're who I want to be with. I know this, da da da. So we mutually decided to date exclusively, right? But we didn't make it official. But we mutually decided to date
Yeah.
exclusively. So I guess she went and she talked to her mom about the situation, da da da, and like she told her mom how I wasn't really feeling her dating other people, da 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 da. And then her mom was like, you're single till you're married, which I absolutely agree with. And if you know me, I'm a very strong advocate for women dating, just how men date. Like you go out, you date,
Yeah.
and I would have no problem with that. But we mutually decided to date exclusively. Like we had this conversation together. I didn't just come up with this on my own. I didn't say, hey, like, hey, this is what you about to do right here, da 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 da. So now it sounds like I'm trying to control the situation, or I'm trying to force something. I'm doing this, and like her mom's picking up on this, and it looks a certain way, but like that's not what it is. Did she tell you that we sat and we had this conversation and we decided this together? If we did decide it together, and I'm just pushing this on her, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so now she has like, oh yeah, she coming through. She trying to control this, do this, do this, do this. No, mm-mm. That's not it at all. And another thing, like I said, hey, when we get together, I'm not. I said this before we even got serious for real. Like, I'm not with the friends, being friends with your ex type thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. I'm not for it. I'm not for that. And I plainly stated that off the rip, like off the jump. I put that out there. It was never no there was never no confusion about that. Like I'm not going for that. Once we get together, once we make that official, I just don't expect it. I don't know what you want to do with that information. We don't have to continue to talk to each other, but if you're deciding to talk to me, I tell you this, right? So I'm saying this. So when it's time for us to officially get together, da da da, I would expect you to handle that because I told you off the rip. Because when I told you, you could be like, oh, nah, dang, I'm friends with my exes and I'm really not comfortable with letting my friends go. We've been friends for years. Da, 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 da. I get it. I understand. And then further down throughout the year, something crazy did happen but and I'm just like, hey, you single. That's your business. You do what you do. But at the end of the day, I told you what it was. So don't come around here thinking of you about to change my mind because my mind is
made up.
My mind is made up. My mind is not changing. So she had that conversation with her mama too. So that also gives like, oh yeah, I'm trying to control the situation. I'm trying to control who's in your life and who's not in your life. Nah, that's not the case. I told you what it was off rip. We had this conversation. We said as two adults, we mutually agreed this was what up. You knew what it was off the rip. I'm not trying to. And if it's too much for you, I'm always willing to take a step back.
Yeah.
I don't want you to force you to into anything that's. Yes, but that's like that's what was given. That's the idea. It's given off like I'm, controlling this, and this, and in other ways I'm not doing this, and this. So if I was her mother and I was getting these perspectives, I would feel the same way too.
Yeah.
But I just know she don't have the full story for real. But yeah, also, and I just think like the stuff like that is very problematic because now we stopped talking. Me and this girl, we talked for a long time. We never went that long without talking. Now we stopped talking. We start back talking. This is us. This is we got these up and downs, and this is what we decided to do. Your mama,
And now you got your mama involved.
you got your mama involved in it, and she's not in here like trying to come in and step into our relationship. But now she feels away. Like now she has all these ideas, these thoughts, da da da. She hasn't even met me. Very problematic. You know?
I agree.
Yeah, I think that's. It's just too much.
Keep people out your business, your friends,
Especially your family.
especially your friends.
Especially, the friends are messy.
Family,
I
yeah.
think the
friends
problem.
be low key jealous
Yeah,
of what you got.
I don't think I have that problem.
Family, they emotional.
They emotional. They're.
Yeah. So they feel some type of way.
Mhm.
Their feelings get involved.
Mhm.
Um,
And it's just certain stuff that people are so
not your
unwilling to
real
forgive.
friends.
Yeah. I'm talking about the other. Yeah.
You don't have that problem. Yeah, no.
Huh.
You don't have that problem with real friends, but you will know.
Yeah, you'll know. But yeah, it's just speaking in general, not just us. But I think it's very. As my parents, I'm very selective about what I tell my parents when it comes to the women I'm dating because my parents are very passionate about their children. My parents love their kids. especially my mother. Oh my
I'm
god.
like that with everybody though.
I'm
Like honestly, like everybody, like
yeah. I
I
don't.
just like have a hold on what I tell certain people. Like,
Yeah. Like yeah.
I'm just
Even
not
my
gonna
best
talk.
friends,
Like,
I love y'all to death.
I
I
do too.
promise you,
But
I
some
love y'all
stuff
to
I'm
death.
just
But
not
it's
like
certain
even
stuff.
my
Yeah.
sisters. Like,
Yeah.
there's some stuff that I'm just not.
Oh, my sisters, I'm very. Oh, because you know my girls.
Yeah, like, some stuff I'm just
You know my
not.
girls. Yeah, they not even
I'm
playing
not
like that.
mixing it. Like it
They
don't
not
leave.
even playing
It
like
doesn't
that.
leave my
Yeah.
bedroom at all.
Oh.
Like
Because that's
I figure
between
that
us.
shit out on my own.
I think that's why it's really important. If you want to talk to somebody, if you guys have gotten to the point where you can't work it out, you love your partner, you think you guys can continue to go to counseling.
But you keep having conversations.
Yeah, go to counseling. If you guys are not working that out,
Therapy.
take yourself to
Hey,
counseling.
nobody else help you.
Yeah, because and also because you're going to these outside parties and they're biased. You cannot
biased. Like
unbiased
middle
person.
man,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
don't know nothing, don't know one of y'all. Like
People are scared to
just-
go to counselors. I don't know why.
listening to both sides and
Mhm.
be in the media.
Mhm. I think it's absolutely important, and people people don't do that. People have a fear of their big. I don't know why though. They have a fear of telling like somebody that don't know them their business, as opposed to telling the people that do know you. Y'all walking here to think that
you definitely would judge you more.
judge you a lot more.
Yeah.
Like, why do you even want these people that
Yeah.
know you? Y'all are going to spend holidays together. Y'all have kids. They go back all
They'll
this
be
stuff.
looking at
Like,
y'all funny,
like what? Like
yeah,
you know that
no
you know
Kenny and Jay be acting like they got it all together, but
yeah, but they don't for
they
real.
don't for
Yeah,
real.
come on now. Why are you putting yourself through that as opposed to just
somebody that you don't know?
Yeah.
Probably ain't gonna never see you again. Like never talk to you again
after y'all done with counseling. Yeah,
but
yeah, I don't get why people choose that. That is just absolutely
insane. Yeah, that is
insane. That is so crazy that people choose to do that. But
I guess to people that ain't never really went through those problems with the family members, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people don't play about their family, like
Me, I am so
and you learn from stuff like that.
Forgiving. You talk about some people. I am a family member who will pull up. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. My people's call me. Oh, I'm there.
Don't do my person wrong.
My sister called me. My best friends call me. Yeah, I'm up in there. I'm up in there.
Let's see about it.
That's why, and it did.
Finna jump this nigga.
It's just certain stuff, yeah, but you gotta stay out of it. And I do prefer to stay out of people's business. Look. Like if they get to the point where they want to come tell me, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be a listening ear. But one thing I always tell them, hey, that's your business. Y'all gotta figure out how to work this out together. If you want to do this, and this, maybe y'all don't need to be together.
Yeah, correct.
If y'all don't think y'all can work through this, maybe y'all don't need to be together. Like if it gets to the point where they coming to me, because I also know my people know I love them and I'm very passionate about them. So I do know if they get to the point where they really come to me, they're like, hey, you know what? Because they know I'm gonna tell them the real. Yeah. But I do think, hey, you can figure that out. And counseling ain't free. That's another thing people say. But there are counseling that is affordable and free when you have to go. You just have to find the right. You have to put in that work to find those things. It's different avenues. Yeah. Mhm. Sometimes the church is not the right. Nothing against the church because I'm a church kid. I grew up in the church, but sometimes it's just it's not just the hypocrites though, but sometimes it's biased. Yeah, it leans more towards the patriarchy. Yeah. The way so you have it's supposed to be. So yeah, you can't. Yeah, I get it. So it leans more towards one thing, and the then way sometimes that it's supposed to be done. So if it's not, I wouldn't say it's supposed to be done because people are biased. We are all humans, even if they're preachers and they're pastors. They all have their beliefs, and they all interpret the Bible differently. That's what I mean by that. That's what I mean by that because it's all about a person's interpretation. Of what? Because Bible historians can argue a preacher down about the way he interprets the Bible. Yeah. That's why I think going to Christian counselors is important if you're Christian. But I think it's the right thing. Churches, you got to find your right. It's just like everything. You have to find your right church. You have to find the right pastor. You have to find the right people. Don't just walk into any church. Yeah. Of course not. Yeah. That's insane. Because people, I'm telling you, but I know Christians who are so drowned in the idea of the word that they don't remember or realize that everybody who say they are of God
Or not.
are not.
That's all.
Yeah.
A lot of hypocrites going on. Like I done heard some. Like I done seen some evil,
I didn't see some nasty download grimy people in the church.
evil Christian people. Like
Hmm.
I done heard a Christian like say something nice to you, and in the same sense, like
Yeah.
if it's not their way, if it's yeah,
Hmm.
like then say some evil, like slick evil.
Yeah. I think it's important that we remember people's humanity. At the end of the day, we're
We
all
all human.
we're all human. There's nobody who is God but God. We have to remember that. So and we don't, and I don't just say that to give these people grace. I say that just to remember to look at people with the foggy glasses off. See people for
Yeah,
who they
who they
are.
are.
Just because they say they are this person, their actions and all this, like, just yeah. So
Don't
yeah, we
mean
have to
'cause,
remember.
baby,
We have to remember to look at people's humanity and
people will
not
paint
just
a
who we
picture for
want
you.
them to be. Yeah, because sometimes you want these people to be the right people for
Yeah.
you. Some people are looking for a church so bad that they want these church people to be, that for them,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's not.
it's not. Yeah. Or sometimes they want this person, like they grew up in a certain type of church, because I grew up in a church where they would always say, hey, I know my church is the true church. There's so many different types of denominations of Christianity out there. There's so
Yeah.
many different types of churches to go to, and this is ingrained, like that's indoctrination. This is ingrained in your mind. I know this is the true church. So now you're looking at other churches like, what?
They
Wait, what
their
they talk
faith
about? And then I'm like,
crazy.
I'm a little kid at the time,
Yeah.
like, so I
So
don't know,
you
like,
don't
this is,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. You
So
looking
so
at it
I'm
different.
looking at people who really are good, genuine, nice, loving Christian people. Like, what? You're not doing what you need to do in that church. But you have to, you have to remember that people are human. We always have to remember to see people's humanity, because it delivers you from spaces you don't need to be in, and it will put you in places you need to be.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Amen. Thank you, there.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But that goes on to our next topic, because I think we agree on that topic for sure. Keep your business to yourself.
Yeah.
Keep your business to yourself, and if they need to take it out somewhere, go see a professional.
For sure.
Go see a
And
professional.
stop
Go
listening to your
see.
mama, daddy, sister, cousin, brother,
Hmm.
uncle.
And if you take it to the preacher, take
Ain't
it
gonna
to
do it
preachers
for
who
you.
have marriage counseling experience too,
Yes.
and training, because every preacher
Yeah,
doesn't have that.
definitely.
Every
I
preacher,
agree.
yeah, that is also very, very important. Stop taking it to everybody.
That's why I say definitely go somewhere you know what I'm saying? Like I would say your church.
Yeah, I know
Or
people.
if you know somebody that you know.
Yeah, I have a friend who she's very, very, very active in the church, but she does not do her relationship counseling at her church or her boyfriend's church, because they both still go to the church
Yeah,
that they grew up
bias.
in. Yeah, so it's biased, but they have a neighboring church that they both have visited before, that they
Go
that
to.
they go to, and they like, and they do their stuff with that church. I think that's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure, for
definitely if
sure.
it's somewhere you grew up in. Now if it's somewhere where both of y'all started
Hmm.
together, like
Yeah,
hey, this our church home.
yeah.
I feel like you give equal because one, what you say about it? One, they know both of y'all. You
Hmm.
get what I'm saying?
I think it.
Unless it's some type of favoritism.
Mhm.
You know, that's
Unless it, yeah.
yeah,
But I do think there'll be some type of bias, but I don't think it'll be more
much.
towards one or the other. I think it'd
Yeah,
be onto the relationship. So I think they might go to a counselor that will push them more to, to stay together, as
yeah,
opposed to leave each other.
yeah,
So the bias would lean more towards them being
yeah.
together as opposed to them
But I
separating.
mean, I feel like that's good in a way
Yeah.
because when you go to counseling, when you take that step, that's originally what you're
I'm
trying
trying
to
to do, yeah.
accomplish
Yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah, for sure.
go to somebody that's pushing for you.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, for sure. Do you think, well, I wouldn't say do you think, does it matter to you if your significant other's family likes you or not?
Honestly, no,
You don't think so?
no. I
Mm.
can care less.
Mm. Mm.
I'm gonna say that. I'm saying that to say this. Like the world we live in now. Like yeah, I am family oriented, but that's with my family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like some of our significant others are not even as family oriented as us. Like they don't even see their people like how
Mm-hmm.
we would like just holidays. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I could imagine not spending the holidays with my family, but there's people out there who just, oh yeah,
They don't care.
I haven't spent the
Oh,
holidays with my family in 10 years. I haven't.
I'm gonna come to your house for Thanksgiving.
Like,
Oh, wait,
whoa,
what? Your
I
family
didn't
ain't
even know
gonna be
that.
there if you don't show up.
Like, you're not gonna see your people at home.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
But, yeah. So if I didn't, if it ain't somebody that I had to see like every day in and out, I wouldn't care.
No, I think it's really important. It's really important to me that my significant other family likes me because I am family oriented, right? So I grew up with that dynamic where I grew up with my grandmother on my dad's side. I grew up with my grandma on my mama's side, and I just would not want my kids to have to experience, like if they have the opportunity to
That's
have
not gonna
that.
have nothing to do with your kids. You and your kids are like two totally different people.
Yeah, my kids are two totally different people, but if I am very adamant on, okay, I feel like it's important who you have your children around, because people can be malicious. I know people who have, well, I don't know them personally, but I've heard stories where like the brother sister didn't like him, and like she got the kid. Like, it's just like weird. I think it's important that I think it's important because like I just don't have I don't want to have just anybody around my kids. I don't want to have just anybody around me. Also, if if I don't deal with you, you're not like coming in my
But
space,
this
and I'm
is-
not going in yours. Just imagine like
I
my
get that,
significant
but
other feeling awkward. She got to go to these events without me, or when we having stuff at our house. I don't want that person in my house because I'm like that. Like, I don't want no negative energy in my space.
I get what you're saying. But just because you and somebody don't click, don't mean they're not good people. That does not mean it.
Girl, I'm
Like,
gonna tell you right
maybe
now.
y'all just don't like. Some people just don't do things the same.
Yes, well, if that's the case, if it was, we just simply don't. But a complete dislike.
That's insane. But dislike me, come on now.
You don't have to love me. You don't have to like love me. We don't have to be like,
That's
oh, love
why
you,
I was
da da
thinking,
da da.
like, when you said not go to family function, like, it should be some type of, like, at least we can bear being around each other for the short period of time.
But like I've been with people who I don't like their people. Like, they can't come here. You
Well, you know,
cannot come
I
to
ain't
my
like my
house.
mother-in-law at first.
I would
But
never.
you know why?
Mother-in-law.
I didn't know her.
Yeah.
That's why.
Mhm.
And it's like, it's crazy because I tell my husband, like, they all the same. You know, my mama didn't like my husband when she first met him.
Mhm.
They love him to death now. That's a baby.
Mhm.
But like, he would just come around and they have natural mugs on their face. But just imagine somebody just coming around you with just like a natural mug like all the time.
Yeah. You feel like what's
Like,
the
what is
problem?
up
Like,
with
what's
you?
the issue for real?
I had to tell him, I was like, man, my mama don't like you. That has never happened to me before. Like, my mama is a loving person.
Yeah, very, very.
So for not to like somebody was very weird. I'm saying, like, she never did. Yeah, she said she don't like when you just be coming around and looking.
Quiet. Don't be saying too much.
Quiet. Don't say nothing.
He talk now though.
Yeah.
He.
That's what he was saying. Like, I had to get to know everybody. Like, I had to scope everybody out. Now, can't get him to shut up. But
motor mouth. But yeah, he talking.
But that's like me and my mother-in-law. Like this lady always got a mug on her face. Like, what is wrong? Like, why she got her face tooted up like all she smell is all day? And then we gradually, we started going around because, like I said, I'm a family-oriented person. Like, every time Jalen, they was doing something, no, yeah, we coming. Like, we coming, even though I wasn't feeling her too much at the beginning. I'm like, yeah, we coming. Because I know, like, you gotta get to know people, and knowing her son, I'm like, yeah, you want to you gotta get to know. Now I love her to death. That's me to my young.
Yeah, nah, she didn't say much. It took her like, I think the first time she spoke to me for real was most definitely this year.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
When she came to the wedding, she was just so much.
Yeah, like, the wedding.
And it's funny because I look at her do it now to this day, but it's different.
I would never forget because I was just, and I was like, you know what, that's my girl wedding. Yeah, the wedding was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I be looking at her like you always do that. Like you always been that way.
Yeah.
And she be like, what? I can't help it. I be like, I know now. Now that I know you, like I
Mhm.
know like it's not a purposeful thing. Like it's just you.
Yeah. Yeah. But when we see each other, we most definitely speak now. Yeah, that is so funny because she most definitely is exactly how you
Yeah.
described her.
And she quiet too. Like she didn't say nothing and then had a natural look. Like, what is up?
Yeah.
You go to them like, what's up with your mama? She
Mhm.
like, you just gotta get to know her. I'm like, you keep saying it.
Yeah, but I understand it because it's just been times where because now I'm much more outgoing. By the time we met each other, I was much more outgoing. But when I was younger, I was not that. I was a shy kid. I didn't even like get to talking for real until I got to high school. Before then, and you know,
And you must have caught up with life.
because before
Cause
that,
you started talking and they shut up.
I was like the people who knew me,
Yeah.
like yeah, they knew like I would speak to them. But other than that, like if I'm going out to a place like I used to go to church camp over the summertime, and like I remember when I hit high school, everybody was like, because we had been going to the same camp since we were like 12, so middle school. They was like, "What? I didn't even
Like,
know
what
you
did this?
talk. Like,
Yeah.
what? When did you start?"
What this Alexis?
They be like, "Lexus, you know you're actually funny." Like, I would have the same crew of people who would sit like they would sit up all night. I would be in the bunk bed just laying there. I'll probably be reading a book or they'll be playing games. Da, da, da. It was never like no hard feelings or nothing. It's just I just didn't talk, and I got
That
my
is
little small lips.
insane.
And I'm just sitting there with a straight face. Yeah, most
Well,
definitely.
maybe
But
I just run
me,
my mouth too much. That's my problem. Cause I'm gonna keep you kid laughing. I'm gonna
yeah,
fill you out and fill y'all out. Cause yeah, I'm a vibe for real. So
it's
that's just me. I need you to know that
mm,
I am very friendly. I'm likable, but yeah.
mm.
Mhm.
What brought it out me was RTC getting in there, getting in
We know
there.
ROTC. Who I used to hate you on ROTC.
In
I
RTC,
couldn't.
we loved each other in our other
We
classes.
love each other outside of ROTC. In ROTC,
Like what? Yeah.
used to
What was the
break
first
my
class? Our first
nerves.
class we had together was Mr. Morford.
Yeah, that was
Mhm.
ninth grade. Ain't it?
Mhm. Mhm. Cause you used to sit on the side, and I used to sit on this side. I think.
The
Yeah.
time. The
Times is
time.
crazy. But yeah, RTC is what really brought it out me because I was put in a position where I had to talk to other people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then that's where I met Tatiana and Kendra. I met them in RTC. And you know, neither one of them are shy. Neither one of them are shy. So it's just, they most definitely was like, what? And then, so I started dating my high school flinging, not quiet at all, would never shut up. Run his mouth every chance he get.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, that most definitely brought me out of my shell because I was surrounded by people who were
Right.
not ashamed to be themselves. They were open, they were bright, they were themselves, you know. So yeah, and that most definitely helped push me into my space of confidence where I start. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I am glad I grew out of it before I got older because it's most definitely because people look at me and think I'm mean all the time. My me sitting here straight face, my little mouth all balled up, like I look angry.
Yeah. Mhm.
I just look mad. So I can't even. Yeah, for sure. But your mother-in-law is cool. My my thing is, I just want I just want to make sure that it's a family that I feel okay
Letting your kids be around.
letting my kids be around, or
And
or
that's why I
really just
said to
putting my
start off with like just because y'all dislike each other
or
or this
really my
person.
family coming together though, because you know my family we like to do stuff, and I want my people to feel like they can come
Yeah.
over and chill, like
Yeah.
too, like like how.
We can
Wasn't it
combine.
just last Thanksgiving where my people was over here? Like we had our Thanksgiving dinner, and what
Came
we
over.
came right over here, like because I just want that I could do that with all of my friends' family, and I want to be able my significant other family to do that with us,
Yeah.
and I want to be able to do that with them. Like yeah, I just feel
Yeah.
like yeah, I want my kids to grow up in an environment. Just the kids just was at the house today and was looking at Ali was like, well, if he's our cousin, where's mama? Because Miracle was holding him. He was
Yeah.
confused for a second. He was like, hold up.
I know
I
it's
know it
not
ain't
miracle,
Miracle,
baby.
baby. I was like, nah. He's like, oh yeah, it's because he just has so many different people.
Mhm.
He just can't keep up sometimes. And I just want my kids to be able to experience that too. And I just want them to be in those environments where they can do that with both sides of their family for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the only thing. Cause
Mine's gone.
yeah, but I know.
Gone. As
Go.
long as they come back,
Yeah.
how they left here,
Mhm.
as long as I know you good kid.
How they came back are better.
Yeah.
You wanna get the haircut? The haircut, do it actually.
Do whatever. I'm not gonna be mad.
I am not going to be upset.
I am not gonna be upset. Those people that get upset, I don't quite understand.
I don't know what
couldn't
they
quite
got
grasp
going
it
on. It
yet.
don't make no sense.
Crazy.
Yeah. And it's just when I see people like they'll be making posts like, you know, how they ain't got no support system, like how their kids can't go to their other people's, like they daddy people's name. I'll be like, damn. Hate that.
I would hate
that.
That's why they say, who's wise when we have kids by?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta look at the family too,
Mm-hmm.
not just the person. Cause look, I don't care who come get these kids. If it's your brother, sister, uncle, cousin, family, come get them.
You know
I'm not gonna stop nobody.
They say when you're having kids with a person, you're not having a kid with just that person. You're having it with their family too.
Yeah.
Just like with marriage, you're not just marrying that person. You're marrying their family too. So
That's definitely a truth.
yes, you gotta be very particular. I think it's important. I don't want no.
And as long as you're around like good people.
Yeah.
Right.
We don't have to be the best of friends, but just don't be no hater. Don't be no weirdo. Don't do too much. Yeah. So I'm right again. So that's what.
Right again. We both agreed on it. Well, no, because I said
at first you wasn't really fit. At
matter.
First you didn't say.
And it really don't matter because you just said at the end, yeah, you were wrong. You just said at the end, so yeah, we don't have to be the best of friends.
But that matters. We can't be.
But
I do care. But I do care about our relationship. You said you didn't care.
I said it don't really matter. Like I can dislike you and you still be good people to my kids.
It don't make no sense to not tell the truth. You're on camera.
Okay.
And when we watch the video back,
I can dislike you and you still be good people.
Okay.
That was
when we watch the video back.
I promise you I said that.
When we watch the video back.
I promise you I said
that. Your first statement, I don't care. You didn't care.
Yeah, no, I don't care if we cool because I can dislike you. This is exactly what I said after I said it.
But
I can dislike you, so that means I don't like you. I don't care if I'm cool with you.
Okay.
As long as we can be cordial.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who cares? I don't care.
So we don't agree.
I can dislike.
I want us to like each other.
And
why we don't have to be the best of friends?
Good people, like
that's
you can still come and pick up my kids if you want them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to like you for that. As long as I know that how you feel about them, you love them, you care about them, that's cool. I can go to family events and not like you.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we got a respect thing now.
Oh yeah. The respect is the most.
Like everybody.
Yeah, respect.
You gonna have that one or two people that you like, I don't with everybody else, but his cousin Sheila and his cousin Keisha pretty cool. But yeah, I don't care. One up.
Girl, oh my God, you're lying through your teeth. One up. One up. That's most definitely a tie. We most definitely agreed on that one. So we agreed on the first one. We agreed on that one. We've agreed all night. Okay. Thought you don't lost your mind. I said thought.
You see these bird people, their brains be.
Mm-hmm. They be going for anything. Anything.
Next topic is, how do you feel about your significant other posting or not posting?
Posting or not posting? I don't care. I'm not really big on my relationships on social media. I feel like there's very few relationships that have hit social media, and only one because it became extremely exclusive. So that was like one relationship that was posted on social media. We were both pretty active on social media. So like outside of that, nah. Like if you weren't my friend, you wouldn't have known who I was talking to. Like there's other people who they've heard I've talked to like this girl, and they'd be like, "What? I didn't even know you talked to her." But if I would say the name, you'd be like, "Oh my God, that girl," because you knew me and the girl didn't dealt for years, and you didn't. But it's because you're my friend, so like you know that. But outside of that, so my relationship ain't really a big social media thing. What I find interesting is when people post their significant other and like they cover their face up. Like, what you posting them for? Like, what's the point of posting them? Like you can make it clear that you're in a relationship on social media without posting your person. Like we don't care who under that emoji anyway.
Correct.
We don't care who's
We
under
don't
that
care
emoji.
what it is.
There's people who do care, but these
And we
people
just
are know
had-
who you know you're in a relationship anyway.
And
It's
we
not
just-
that hard to make it known that you're not single.
And we just had a conversation
Mhm.
about it ain't about
Yeah. Just when we was just talking, it ain't about him. It's about who she is and all that yada yada. But if you make it known that you don't need to post that person, but to be known that you're in a relationship.
correct. I agree, but also, like you said, if I feel like the only way you can get a pass by not posting, and I'm not even gonna say that because I still feel like as a man, if you talk to a man and you really like listen to what they say, like they take pride in what they want
Mhm.
and what they have, especially if they know, like, man, know he got a diamond.
Mhm.
He ain't hiding her.
Mhm.
Why? That's just
It's-
easier
it's-
access for everybody else. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if I'm showing the world, like, yeah, my lady.
Yeah, that's me type.
That's
But
me.
everybody not social media type.
That's why I
the social
said.
media type.
So if you are active on social media and you don't post your significant other, I feel like that is straight bull,
I'm active on social media. I don't post my significant others,
and that is insane.
or not others, my significant other when I'm in.
And that's why.
Why?
Because you put X on it.
No, I just.
But
I mean, just.
no, seriously, like if you're active on social media, like even if you don't post like that, like I should be able to go on your page and
I don't know people in my
see
bitch,
just like
but
your
I post.
significant other.
But I don't post my stuff on significant outside of not significant other. I don't post my stuff on social media like outside of my brand. You don't know what's going on in my life for real.
Correct. And
I'm just did a joke and play around. Outside of my brand, you don't know what's going on for real.
And
If I post something about my life, it's never serious. It's always a joke.
yeah, I agree with that, but still, just not like no posting like that.
When did you post?
Inside.
What did you post? When did you post your stuff? When did you post your marriage?
What do you mean?
When did you post your marriage?
When did I post my marriage?
Mm-hmm. Did you do it right away?
A year. I'm about to say people that came to my wedding didn't even know I was already married for a year. That's different. That's keeping
How is
my
that different?
relationship private. Everybody already knew who my man was.
People,
Just
girl,
didn't know, and that's another.
I had to tell people. People texting me like, "Oh, I can't got married." For one, why you feel comfortable me asking me my best friend? But I literally had to curse so many people because what? If you see it on social media, that means what are you coming to me for? What makes you think I'm gonna tell you anything about what?
You know,
please,
hit up Lex,
yeah, please. When I tell you, I was cursing people out in May, yeah.
But no, the
On
crazy
next.
part about it was I was gonna say that when I added on to, like, I get the not wanting social media in your business because, like I said, like, you know, I post stuff all the time and be laying right on my husband's chest.
Yeah, because it's never
like,
serious.
Like, I done had some crazy issues go viral like 10 times. And I'm always like,
motherfuckers in the comments about this.
That's why you always want to be single.
I'll be like, not the married woman, not just saying this to the wife.
For a year, so
yeah,
like, you don't. Yeah. You only know what I posted.
Yeah. That's why I don't be because like, social media is really just a joke.
It is.
Like social media is nothing to be.
And I love the engagement.
Yeah. Social media is just yeah exactly. Social media.
You can still post your significant other, just to, you know, like that would make you feel love. Like, babe, this my baby. Ooh. Da da da.
Only time I've posted like somebody, I probably didn't like
a little birthday post. You get what I'm saying? Like, not even you know, a everyday thing, but you know, just let the world know, like, yeah, this me. If you're actively on social media every day, I don't feel like. But
what if my significant other isn't on so much social media? Like, that's not their thing.
Okay, then that's another. Then different.
Are they a passive scroller? They don't post on social media.
That's different.
I date girls like that. I date girls like that often.
That's different. That's definitely different. So, you have like different communities. But like I said, if you active and he rolling. And like you said, I was married for a whole year before the world knew. Everybody thought at my wedding. It's crazy because during my ceremony, she was like vow renewals,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking around and everybody was like I had somebody ask me like,
I would never forget the day
she
you told me you was
said
married.
she said vow renewals. Like,
Mm-hmm.
well, that means you was already married. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
officially made a year yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I told y'all like a couple months after I got
No, you didn't.
married. Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
What did
You
I
got
tell
married
you?
in May.
What did I tell you?
You told me, yeah. You told me maybe the next week.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm saying I know I told y'all
Yeah, because
earlier.
it
Like,
wasn't that
yeah,
because you know
it's a
I had a big
couple.
event happen in June, so it was before
Yeah,
that.
and
So
it was
yeah.
before that. Yeah, it was a couple people that I literally. My sister, my sister was one of my sisters was with me. Another one of my sisters would walk in on me like, "You getting married?" And I'm just out there. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, like just
Be
adding
quiet.
people like,
I would never. But it was literally like maybe a couple. I don't think it was even a full week because I came over to mama house. We was sitting, we was talking, and you was like, and I was like, you can only do that if you married. And I was like, you married? Speaking of posting your significant other, we should go over this couple's timeline because I think I think people take advantage of the time that people give them.
me too.
I absolutely. I think it's important that well, me personally, honestly, I'm not a timeline person. Are you a timeline person?
Not really. I just need to know that we're on. As long as we're on the same page,
Mhm.
then no.
Mhm. Yeah.
That goes to in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I ain't gonna play around with you for
Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah. Absolutely not. I don't see
And
how
we started
people.
off here
Mhm.
and we're still here.
Mhm.
So
I'm not a timeline person, but because I feel like timelines are very restrictive.
mm-hmm.
But I think,
Forceful.
yeah, because say we're not at a certain point by a certain time, but we are good for each other,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But I think my timeline is because me, I don't really put a time limit on certain things. If I feel like you're the one and we 2 weeks in, we can go get married. I do it. Yeah, I do it.
Insane. 2 weeks
I
is
do it.
insane.
I know successful couples. I think it's the fact that I know more than one successful couple who
That
have like who've done that. Who's been like, oh, we 2 weeks in, we about to go do this, or they on
love
their
is
second date,
blind, 30
and they just
days.
like, yeah. I'm just like,
And you see a lot of those people and be like, oh, it's 8 couples on this thing. And
oh yeah, like even,
10 years later, 5
hmm
couples are still together.
but I'm maybe talking about like just I mean like
Every
in
2
real life,
years.
I think it's
Yeah.
just so great. Like I have friends who parents legit only went on like 2 days and they've been married and they've been together.
Crazy.
We're 28.
Yeah.
I mean they've been married for like 29, 27, depending. Yeah, so I think yeah, but the longest I've ever talked to somebody, which I feel like personally is extreme, is almost a year. Like just talking. Like we
Yeah.
haven't made anything official.
Okay,
Like
and that's what I was gonna say about timeline because I ain't gonna put a minimum on it. Like 2
mhm
weeks is insane,
mhm
but I can say 2 weeks in did I know? Yeah,
mhm
I did know 2 weeks in.
yeah
But 2 weeks in was I
yeah
ready to go do it? No,
mhm
but I knew.
because you got to be sure. The thing about it is, I don't know. It's just like mm,
And it's different with the relationship that you got with this. Because say somebody that you like you've known, you know what I'm saying,
mhm
and you already had a bond with, and then y'all
mhm.
like go to this level.
But I've been in that situation too, and things went absolutely insane. Because I've been with a person I knew, and then we started dating as when we got older. And it was just like, you know what,
Yeah, I know
this
this ain't gonna be it.
this ain't it. Shouldn't have done that. Yeah.
But I'm gonna say I wouldn't put a timeline on the minimum, but the maximum, yeah. Like
I think if
you got
we don't
up
know we want to
to
get married after a year, we need to break
no,
up.
we need yeah. I'm not
Yeah. We need to
I'm not playing these games.
pull
with you.
chalks. We need to get up out of there.
I'll not be your girlfriend for 5
5
years.
years. Yeah, because remember we was talking about that. What if a girlfriend for 5? Why are you a girlfriend for 5 years? And then you know how people like to be
And
slick
then I deal with
and
you,
do
and
the
I
engagement.
deal with your BS, and then something happened. Now everybody,
Yeah, special friend.
special guest.
Oh, please. Or like, you know how people try to switch it up and they do the engagement. Now you're engaged, and now you're engaged for another 3 years. No, we engage. Once we're engaged, we need to say, hey, our wedding is next year. We need to start planning this. Da, 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 da. Yeah, no. And because I understand a long term engagement because you need to prep for a wedding.
Yeah,
if that's what you want to do.
I understand like engagement 2 years. That's cool.
Mhm.
Like maybe we need to get ourselves together. But I feel like we need to set a date. Like there
Mhm.
needs to be a date.
Mhm. And we need to be actively working towards the wedding.
Towards the goal.
Yeah. Yeah, people be going like I don't understand like when people
How you engaged for 10 years?
10 years. Did you see there was like a video where they got married, the girl put out her vows and like she blew dust off the thing because they had been engaged for so long. A girl quoted it on Twitter and she was like, anytime you go out to your way to embarrass me, you're also embarrassing yourself. Yeah. Because why did you wait? Yeah, no, seriously, why did you wait? Like,
what did he have to go figure out before he figured out that that was what he wanted to do? Oh no.
How long do you think it takes to meet a person's family? Like when, like at what point do you think you should meet a person's family? How long should you have been dating that person?
It just depends on where you and that person go in life.
Yeah.
Like I said, if we 2 weeks in and we feel like, hey, we want this forever, then hey,
why not? Yeah. I absolutely agree because and then me, I want you to meet my family because that's another way for you to learn me also because when you interact, when you see me interact with my people, you really are showing me in my rawest form because who I am with my people, that's who I really am. Yeah. So like, there's no extra because these people know the craziest things about me. So absolutely, when you see me around my friends, you see me around my family, like you're really learning me. And there's a high chance you haven't even been exposed to that part of me yet because you just haven't seen me around. My people aren't in that space. Yeah. Even if you sit and you can see me interact with them like on FaceTime, I sit in the background, it's still not the same until you really sit out. We on the grill, we chilling, everybody drinking, we relaxing, listening to music, vibing. It's a different thing for sure. Or even at a dinner, like I go out, invite my mom out, like come have dinner. Yeah, it's a different thing. I don't think there's a strict timeline, but I think there are time limits that are absolutely too long. Time frames that are absolutely too long. Yeah.
I agree.
For sure.
I would say as far as the meeting, we won't keep that to a minimum unless I know.
Yeah. I'm
like,
not just
I'm not just introducing like, oh, this is my homeboy, this is my friend.
Yeah.
Like when you're dating.
So I've dated. So this year right here is really the first year in 10 years that I have really, like really been home. So because I would come home before and I would visit or whatever, but I was still in Florida. I would miss events all the time. Sometimes my holidays were in Florida. A majority of the holidays were in Florida actually. So it was oftentimes like I'm coming and say I'm dating a girl in Florida or say I'm dating a girl here. Hey, she want to see me just like my people want to see me. So like, so she probably like tagging along with me, and I ain't even really, cause she want to spend time with me. Stop saying that because that's not true. That's not. I feel like but you have met one that we weren't even dating when she came. You brought her up the other day. You can don't say it now, but yeah, we weren't even dating when she came. But yeah, but she just insisted. I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't have the time to really discuss this stuff. I think we came home around the holidays. I think it was like around Thanksgiving. That was the first Thanksgiving. Like I was back home in forever.
The crazy part about it is you brought her down twice.
Yeah, she came. Yeah, she came along. Yeah, she came along to that too. But that was she didn't ride with me. She came for Naja because they were cool. Okay. Yeah, but another time. We can't get too much into that, but yeah. Yeah, but that was most definitely. That was a big no. Another one that became really serious, so that was a given. That was yeah. I don't know what about else. The other ones you just knew about. They didn't meet nobody. Nobody met nobody else. One of them was already. We grew up together, so
Okay,
so people
that
already
was-
knew her.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, no.
That makes you 3 years, like
But that was like 3 years for the past 10 years. That's actually crazy. One, we grew up together, so that really doesn't count because she would always be there anyway. So it's really just two. Yeah, two for sure. And the other one, the first one we was talking about, she really when I came home that time, Naja graduation party was really the first time people saw her, whatever. And then we stayed the night at your house one night. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. That was the only one that I think is absolutely crazy that anybody met her because I don't think we was dealing either time she came. We did at some point, like maybe before, in between, or after. But yeah, yeah. So I don't really like to bring people around my peoples, but I clearly have sometimes.
yeah.
That is so crazy.
I mean, you definitely have brought people around.
Who around? Did they get out the car? I don't think I'm tracking.
You may even been stepmom.
How dare you? How dare you? But also, we grew up together. Are you talking about the other one?
It's the other one.
No, 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 no. I did not. Never. I never did that. I did not bring her around. You? I no, no. Because I know what you're talking about, but I did not. No, that does not count because I put up. She was in the car, and that was it.
Okay.
And I got it back in the car, and I pulled off. That's not the same thing.
Okay.
That's not the same thing. I can't believe you. Stepmama. You funny. Cute. Real cute.
I
Mm-mm-mm.
can do.
Timeline. But, okay. Do you think you should move in with your partner before y'all get married?
Absolutely. I feel like some things are just insane
Mm-hmm.
to not do before you get
Mhm.
married. Like I understand, like
That's why I think you
we
should.
should
Yeah.
follow the Bible.
A year of engagement. I don't
I
agree
get
with that.
that.
I'm a God fearing woman,
Yes.
but following the Bible, I don't.
Yeah. It's just some stuff. I feel like we have to like. That's why they put it.
Because they don't
You
even
have
say to do that in the Bible.
You know.
No,
Yes, they do.
no, it don't.
You're not supposed to. No, I'm talking.
Well, you're not
I'm
supposed to
talking-
shack up and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about. That's why I said. That's why I started off.
But that's
Some
before
things I
marriage, so you're
feel-
still shacking up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like some things I feel like you should just do before you get married. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it is totally insane.
You gotta learn a person. You need to learn their cleaning habits.
Their
You need to learn
values,
their.
like all that.
Oh my
like,
God.
I feel
Mhm.
like you should. Like it's no way you should. I'm sorry.
Their cooking
I know
skills.
that you should be celibate before you get married, but you just shouldn't be. Like you just really just shouldn't be. Like what if that's the worst thing? Like some people are so into sex, like something like that will turn them from loving you
Mhm. Mhm.
and stop finding you attractive.
You
Because
talk about
that's
bad
not
sex.
what yeah. Just like after you have sex and it's just not what you thought it was gonna be, like
But speaking of sex, I agree with that, but I'm gonna touch base on another side once we get back to that
because
part.
I
Because
have
I
a
do.
friend, I have a friend that says like if you can't
Yeah.
if you can't please me sexually, like I'm sorry, I don't want to be.
And don't
with
nobody,
you.
and at this age, don't nobody want to really train nobody. Like,
Yeah.
but it's important.
And you
One
can.
thing, it's important because sex is different with everybody. You do need to learn your partner, so that will take some time. But if you just absolutely bad off the rip, like it's just nothing, like that's just it's very
no
discouraging.
Or nothing
Yeah.
when y'all are like y'all not in sync.
And me personally, one thing people don't know about me is I'm an emotional being. I am emotional. I don't shy away from my emotions at all. People don't expect that from me. And one thing, like I think it's important that we live together beforehand because I will tell people this all the time. Like my emotions are directly connected to my sex drive. If you are not pleasing me emotionally, we won't get there with sex.
Yeah.
I promise you, we won't. Like people think because I play the more masculine role, I can be out here. You know how niggas can go out and do this, and this with a woman.
And
I can't do that.
Emotions.
I can't do that. My emotions are directly tied to my sexuality. Like it's directly tied to me
Oh,
sexually.
because men don't care.
If you turn me off, if you turn me off emotionally, oh, I shut down sexually.
Yeah.
You can't get like I'm not gonna get turned on. I will let you know like, hey, I'm not sexually attracted to you right now because you did like, and that's something I tell people off the rip. But you hear that, like you know, but girls hear that and they think I'm just spitting game. Like it's just like, oh, you know, like, oh, cause sex is they want it make. I'm trying to make it seem like, oh, sex is special thing. Da da da. You know, I'm just trying to talk their head up. But no, I've told people before, and they try to da 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 da, and they get, and I'm like, I
Yeah, I
told
feel
you.
like it's the same way with a man. Like we wanna, like I understand makeup things that's totally different from what I'm talking about, but they wanna argue with you and then 2 days later fulfill. Please
Please
get
get
off me.
your hands up off me, please.
Like I ain't even there.
Like yeah.
Like that just grossing me out more than what you thought.
The,
Like
yeah.
you thought that was gonna make
Nah. 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 Yeah. Nah. So I think that's why it's important to live with a person because they need to know. They need to know if they're going to be able to handle that. Like when we get in these disagreements and da da da, and you want to get going and I can't get going, how well do you handle that situation? Because
I
it's
think
going,
much easier
it's
for
probably
you
going to happen.
it's two women. And women,
What's much easier?
men with a woman.
I think so
As
too.
far as like needs and stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But emotions, they can be crazy.
Emotion. Oh,
Yeah,
let me tell you,
yeah,
bro.
that
Oh
can
my
get
God, that's
crazy.
what it is. When it comes
But
to
as far as
household
like the
management,
household management is so
a
much
breeze.
easier because women understand.
Well, I wouldn't
Women
even.
do. Men, I
I've
promise you.
yeah. I wouldn't say always because I've lived with women and they not what I they're not
Slack.
everything.
That's
I,
just
yeah,
slack.
yeah.
But men, they just
Mhm. Yeah, household
they
management
are
is not
blown.
horrible. It's not horrible, but when it comes to the emotional management of the household, if we are not if we are not on the same page because when we are on the same page, it's okay. It's not a problem. It's like, hey, we can manage this, and this. But when we're in those spaces where like, hey, maybe it's something I haven't healed from, like maybe it's a trigger that happens that I didn't even know I had this problem. You know what? I learned this now, and now I'm working through this, and I'm managing this, and she's never experienced this before because I didn't know I had the problem. I didn't know it was a problem for me to work on. So now it's something new for her to deal with, or vice versa. Like she has something, or sometimes it's stuff that they know that they need to fix, but they're so strung off on being, like they don't really. It's a pride thing. Women are very prideful. People try to act like they're not. Women are very prideful, so it's really hard for them. That's why this is that there's that idea out there that we have a problem being wrong. It's not even that. It's just really that hit we take to our pride. That's just like, you know what? Because oftentimes, especially us as black women, we're put in spaces where we're not really the wrong ones in the room. So it's real. So when you are put in that situation, it's really like a blow. So that is really the hardest thing to adjust to. That pride management when it comes to being in a relationship with a woman is always our biggest hit. It's just like, cause like what? And me, playing the role that I do, not playing, being in the role that I am, that more masculine, I really have no problem doing that. But one thing I do have a problem with is a person wanting me to be wrong, and I'm not wrong. Yeah, I can't do that. That pride thing right there will probably never leave me. If I'm not wrong, I'm not gonna say I'm wrong. But if I am wrong, I bite it easy. Yeah, so that is, and I think that's why it's very important to live with a person because how are we gonna manage this day in and day out?
I don't know what you do. I don't know how you
Mm-hmm. And then with it, just like you said, two women, when we're both, we need to know how to manage it because dealing with two cycles in a house, we need to know that. We need to, yeah, we need to know that. We need to figure that out. Yeah, we need to figure that out for sure. There's so many reasons why we should, but I think after you're dating for a year, I think that's time. I think it's, yeah.
Both bitchy at the same time. I'm going through, you going through, you cramping, and I'm cramping.
Mm-hmm.
We both got attitudes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that's what
Mm-hmm.
been messing house with my sister.
And I date women with bad attitudes.
I mean, yours ain't too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not just the person who walks around with a bad attitude, but once I have an attitude, yeah, my attitude's bad. Yeah. I date women who sometimes literally just walk around with bad attitudes. Yeah. I do.
Don't forget
to like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah.
On to the
next.
You want to be like me? Okay, so.
Please. What was was.
And I mean, you more than you ever gave us. Why? You ain't on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got no feelings inside
When I see you.